Today, I put all 32 NFL teams on a map, but I've got a small twist that is, no, you know what? No, let me take that back. I've got a massive twist that's going to change this video. I've put the entire league into a fantasy draft. Each team has been completely reset, and it's with this roster I'll be simulating NFL Imperialism today. Now, for this video, I've gone ahead and predetermined the first 16 matchups as well. Yes, I've manipulated the borders of a few different regions even more than I usually do. I've done this because in order to use a fantasy drafted roster for this video, I have to simulate within franchise mode, which I never do, and that means I'm restricted to the real life NFL schedule, so we have to make sure these are real matchups. It's going to be a challenge, especially later in the video, but I'm going to do what we got to do because this video idea, it's fire, I can't lie. And we're going to go ahead and start on the West Coast for our first matchup. We're going to look at Chargers versus Raiders, an AFC West battle. The Chargers, wow, they went all offensive line. Penei Sewell, Meinerz, Dion Dawkins, Tyler Smith. I mean, Dak Prescott has all the protection in the world. I'm assuming his weapons aren't very good, though. That is a crazy team build. The Raiders tried to bolster their secondary with Jalen Ramsey. They have Jordan Mailata, Devontae Adams, a very old team. Who's their QB? Bo Nix. Okay, I have no clue which team I like better. I will say the benefit of doing a fantasy draft is there should be a ton of parity in the league. So I'm probably not going to be able to figure out who is a better roster just on paper for like any of these matchups. We're finally potentially going to get a score here. That's Josh Jacobs in the backfield. I did not realize he was there on the roster alongside Dak Prescott. See, I'm also going to miss things when combing through these rosters. We are deep into the first half, by the way. No points on the board. Plenty of protection for Dak Prescott. That's exactly what they drafted as he connects for a touchdown pass to Dawson Knox. Oh, and out of the second half kickoff, the game is broken open. The aforementioned Josh Jacobs, 70 yards to the house. Oh my goodness, this game is not over though. Hold on. Bo Nix and the Raiders were able to withstand that punch from the Chargers. Ashton Genty is in the backfield. I guess this Raiders team does have a couple young pieces. Bo Nix scrambling, and he's hit as he throws. It is 4th and 10 with the Raiders down 8. They have only one timeout, so this is ball game right here. They spread it out. Nobody in the backfield. Bo Nix, the pressure's coming, but he gets a pass off down the middle. Oh my gosh, Dallas Goedert. I can't believe this is a game. I thought that Josh Jacobs rushing TD would basically be an early dagger. Bo Nix, so much time to throw, completes a pass, and the Raiders still do have one timeout. They are kind of moving here. Devontae Adams on the perimeter. Will Bo Nix look his way? Genty out of the backfield. It's across the middle. That was a bad pass from Bo Nix to set up second down. The Chargers invested heavily in their offensive line. Their defensive line not getting much of a push as a result. I'm looking at Devontae Adams here near the end zone. Oh, it's Darnell Mooney though, who's gonna escape for the touchdown. The Chargers defense, yeah, maybe could have spent a draft pick or two on that side of the ball. That was terrible. As often happens in these videos though, the defense was so bad for the Chargers. They still have 45 seconds left. The Raiders' clock management was not great. They left so much time on the clock for Dak Prescott. They also have all 3 timeouts, so I'm really not sweating this. I think the Chargers, despite surrendering 8 points in the clutch, I mean, you know what? Never mind. Dak could always throw an interception. What was that? That's insane. The pass rush is not there. This Chargers O-line is amazing. You've got to be kidding. You actually got to be kidding me, Matt. What? I don't throw this term around lightly, but that was truly pathetic by Dak Prescott and the Chargers. Although they open overtime. Oh, it's what just happened? I don't know, but the Chargers win. Actually, I think I did catch what happened. The Raiders took possession and Bo Nix threw an INT on like the first play from scrimmage in overtime. I was busy talking about how Dak and the Chargers choked. Will Johnson came through with the play of the game, setting up an easy field goal, and the Chargers win it in OT. Now, just like each NFL team in this video attempted to draft the right players to build out the best roster, you can pick the right features with Mint Mobile, the sponsor of today's video, to build yourself the best wireless plan. While you may not be targeting a star QB or solid defensive line, Mint lets you pick exactly the right amount of data and length of your plan that's right for you, so you don't get stuck overpaying for stuff you don't need. Of course, we know it's the mission of today's video to find one team to take over all of America, but win or lose, every team in this video is covered by Mint Mobile, the nation's largest 5G network. It's wild to see all these NFL stars switching teams, playing for a new squad. Thankfully, switching to Mint Mobile is much easier than learning a new playbook. You can sign up and activate in minutes using eSIM. You keep your own device, your own phone number, contacts, all that, and you can do it from the comfort of your own home. No need for a store or pushy salesperson. All their plans come with an unconditional 7-day money-back guarantee, and for a limited time this holiday season, you can get 50% off an unlimited premium wireless plan with Mint Mobile. Lock in their lowest price of the year and pay $15 a month on a 3, 6, or 12-month plan. Thanks again to Mint Mobile for sponsoring this video. A great game to start this video. Chargers overtake Raiders territory. They'll also go ahead and steal Devontae Adams, giving Dak a #1 option. Now that's pretty nice. And for matchup number 2, we'll swing all the way to the other coast. We'll see the Ravens challenging, taking on the Browns. The Baltimore Ravens, wow, we're seeing a bunch of teams who invested in their lines. Max Crosby and Tristan Wirfs, the left edge on both sides of the ball. They also have Alex Highsmith, Kyron Williams. Who's there? Okay, Jackson Dart. That's more of a future piece, but maybe he could make something happen here. On the other side, the Cleveland Browns, Jesse Bates, Chris Lindstrom, Sauce and Jesse Bates. The secondary goes crazy. Malik Neighbors. Oh, but they're stuck with Justin Fields. No comment? All right, man. Cleveland chose Justin Fields. They let him cook. They are on the verge of winning this game. 4th and 5. Jackson Dart stepping back to pass, gets it away. Oh, that's going to go for almost a touchdown. Honestly, a big time completion to a slot receiver there. I think it's too little too late. It's definitely too little too late. They're down to 7 seconds left. Dart back, getting flushed out of the pocket, and the pass is broken up. I thought we would end this game, watch this game end on a defensive stop by the Browns, but instead Dart is potentially going to score a last second to cut the lead down to whatever. They still lost the game. It's fine. 23-17 for the Justin Fields-led Cleveland Browns. He's back in Ohio State. And I hate to say it, but he actually did outplay Jackson Dart. Pretty similar stat lines. Fields did throw a pick. But in the end, the Ravens are a rare early exit from an Imperialism video. Good job, Cleveland. Max Crosby, a great pickup for the Browns, who already have a great secondary. They're building something too. We're going to stick with an AFC matchup here. Colts taking on the Titans, another division rivalry. Indianapolis, Jeff Simmons, their best piece. Bijan Robinson looking good, looking like a balanced roster. They've got a healthy Jaden Daniels. The Titans, meanwhile, oh yeah, Josh Allen. That looks good. Also, his draft classmate, Quentin Nelson. Vita Vea on the other side, Travis Kelce. Look at that. Josh gets a taste of the Mahomes weaponry. Man, what a start to this video. I love clutch finishes, and we've got another on deck. 17 all, minute 31 left. I mean, the Colts just scored. They left so much time on the clock for Josh Allen, who hands it off for a nice gainer. Crazier things have happened, but obviously Tennessee's in a great spot to win this game. Indianapolis, you've got stars all over your defensive line. Allen again throwing on the run. They went out of bounds. Tennessee, you might need to burn some clock. There it is. Rico Dowdle on the right. Man, he's picking up yards right now. After Josh Allen missed a throw to the end zone, we get 3rd and 2. Interesting clock management here. Josh will complete it. Travis Kelce, yeah, stay out of it. I was going to say he probably doesn't want to take that thing for a touchdown. A good pickup from Kelce. Really, the Titans should just be burning clock right here. The give is to Rico, though, and the AI isn't smart enough. Of course, Rico Dowdle's going to score. Will Madden let Jaden and the Colts be smart, though? You got to take some shots downfield. You only have one timeout, just not a check down over. Not a check down over the middle. Oh, my goodness. I mean, I literally didn't even finish making my prediction that would happen, and it happened. Madden is way too predictable. Now you're out of timeouts. Please just throw it deep, Jaden. Throw it deep or throw it to the sideline. Okay, that's something. Sometimes I don't know what I'm looking at. Obviously, the Titans are dropping everybody back, but you gotta go for it. Jaden Daniels, all the time in the world. Whoa, the pass rush got there. Whoa, to the end zone. He actually did it. It was incomplete, but Jaden did launch it deep, what I've been asking for. He's going to have to do it again here. A second straight Hail Mary attempt. Jaden Daniels obviously has the arm. He's going to get it. Actually, it's going to be short. It's going to be short. No. Pass interference in this moment, Zebras? Are you kidding me? The Indianapolis Colts are given a second life. No time left on the clock. Here goes Jaden Daniels. All the time in the world. He's going to run, and he's going to get it. What a collapse by the Tennessee Titans defense. Into overtime we go. What if Rico Dowdle wasn't so selfish? What if he didn't score a touchdown there? The Titans could have drained the clock. What if Isaiah Rodgers didn't commit DPI on the Hail Mary attempt? The Colts take possession and they march downfield for a score. Oh, and they actually went for it for 2 in overtime. They're now up 8, meaning Josh and the Titans need to match with a touchdown. Oh, wait a minute. How long was that drive from Indianapolis? The Titans only have 21 seconds left. Josh and the Titans need a touchdown, a 2-point convert, and they can't run out of time here. Throwing on the run, he sails it. I was not paying attention to the clock at all. What is going on, Josh? You need to be great right here. You need a touchdown right here. Rolling out, you can't get sacked. You can't. That's it. That's game. An absolutely unmitigated collapse by Josh Allen and the Tennessee Titans. They lose in overtime. I mean, I thought that game was over. Just an unbelievable mixture, concoction of errors and failures by the Titans to lose that one. Wow. This was actually a really hard decision because Jaden Daniels probably good enough to win the video for the Colts, but 99 Josh Allen, there was no other obvious fit, so I had to steal him. As we're going to go back-to-back AFC South matchups, Jacksonville traveling all the way to take on the Houston Texans. Let's do it. The Jags with, gosh, Myles Garrett, the freaking go. He is having such a good season in real life. Garrett Wilson can't stay healthy this year. I am not seeing a quarterback on this roster, Bryce Young. Well, if they can play the Falcons every week, they might be cooking. The Houston Texans on the other side, Saquon Barkley still given a 99 rating. Hey, that's interesting. CD Lamb, more like CD drops. Am I right? That doesn't make sense. They also don't have a quarterback, Mac Jones. Man, where are all the great QBs at? I guess we just saw Josh Allen. And in our battle of former Alabama QBs turned draft busts in the NFL. Oh yeah, I said it. Bryce Young and the Jags are down 8 here. Dude, every game has been close. I mean, I love to see it. It probably means this video is going to be very long, but it is what it is. Mac Jones, you know what? Why am I calling him a bust? He's actually had a nice little career resurgence this year. Maybe the Niners should start him over Brock Purdy. Bryce Young trying to orchestrate a game-tying drive here, down 8. The Texans defense looking ferocious, looking for blood here. Bryce, plenty of time, no pass rush, and yet he still fumbles. Unbelievable. It is now 4th and 6. He had so much time there to work with. Can Bryce Young complete a first down pass here? Again, so much time. Here comes the pass rush. Bryce heaving it deep downfield, and it's broken up. It's across a body of water, but the Texans do indeed expand their territory. They also expand their territory of greatness on their roster. Did that make sense? I don't know, but Myles Garrett is here. Next up, we'll move to one of the regions I had to manipulate. Washington taking on Atlanta. The Commanders, what kind of team did they build here? Tunsil, McLaurin, kind of a veteran squad for sure. Jalen Hurts, okay, they've got a stud QB. Yeah, I said it. He's good. On the other side, the Falcons going all defense. Gonzalez, Buckner versus Harrison Smith. Okay, they've got Jameson and Chris Godwin, and they've got Kyler Murray. All right, you know, I'm not going to say anything too critical. He's there though. Wow, and in a battle of former Oklahoma Sooner QBs, it's Kyler Murray on the winning side. I didn't see that coming. Our first blowout of the video, 281 and 2 for Kyler. He outplayed Jalen, who was also pretty good. Oh, and another tough decision for yours truly. Do we replace the winning QB? And you know what? I am going to go ahead and replace Kyler. He had a great game, but Jalen Hurts, a 10 overall difference at the QB position, seems too good to pass up on. We'll see if that ages well. We're back to the West Coast. The 49ers taking on the Rams, a little NFC West division action. As we look at the Niners roster, they get Puka Nacua. Rams fans hate to see that. They've got Breece Hall. They've got weapons all over the place. There's their quarterback, Brock Purdy. Had to stay in the Bay, I guess. I'm not going to lie. I kind of feel like I really like that team. On the other side, the Rams, they've got Pat Surtain will be attempting to lock down Puka Nacua. I don't know about this roster though. All defensive weapons basically. Yeah, no comment. Once again, what do you want from me?
What's your profanity?
I mean, Tua in that Sean McVay offense, you never know. Oh, the Rams, I think, forced a turnover and then immediately went 3 and out. Why am I commentating this? It looks like another ugly game. Okay. Hey, look who it is. Tua and the Rams opening the scoring with a rushing TD. Oh my gosh, Sean McVay's trying to get the man killed. All right, man, Sean McVay might just be a wizard. He cooks up an offensive game plan like nobody's business. Tua and the Rams put up 35 in a win. Brock Purdy ended up with 275 and 2, but threw a couple picks. Tua, 3 TDs. Oh, what a game. I'm not replacing Tua. I'm not doing it. On Madden, I don't think Brock Purdy is enough of an upgrade. Surely we'll find something better here. Oh, yeah, I didn't even need to think about it. Puka Nacua, he's going home. Welcome back to the Rams. We're heading up north for a cross-conference battle here. Detroit taking on the Bengals. The Detroit Loins looking kind of mid. Quinnen Williams, who was their first-round pick here? Devon Achane, Jared Goff going back to the line. Okay, sure, I guess. The Bengals on the other side, what in the world? They have 490-plus overalls. Who was Detroit drafting? Okay, they've got Jacoby Brissett at QB, the Bengals. I mean, he looks amazing in real life, so maybe it'll work. I also want to cut in right now to say at different points in the video, you're going to see different overalls for players when I show you their teams. That's all based on morale and player progression. Again, because I'm making this video within franchise mode, some things are a little bit different, but just know if I'm advancing to a certain point in the season to simulate a matchup and one team has player progression, it's probably the same for the other team. Everyone's on the same schedule when the game is being played, but if you see some fluctuations when I show the rosters at different points, that is why. Oh my gosh, heavy rain in the skies. Yeah, it is so over for Jared Goff. Like, before it even starts, I already know how this game's gonna end. I mean, do I know ball or do I know ball? 21-10, a low-scoring game, and an L for Goff and the Lions. 266-1 for Jared Goff. You know what? He actually played pretty good. Now, you shouldn't disrespect him too much because he's the obvious player steal for the Cincinnati Bengals, improving on Jacoby Brissett. Maybe let's get some indoors games for the Bengals. He'll really perform then. Time for our first visit to the NFC East. We've got Eagles Giants. Okay, Philadelphia might have been cooking here. Justin Jefferson, Roquan Smith, Big Joe on the offensive line, Brian Branch. The only thing they're missing, all right, Trevor Lawrence. Yeah, there's going to be some INTs, but maybe some great plays as well, too. The Giants on the other side invested in their offensive line, their defensive line, their secondary. Another team, though, who did not invest in QB. I mean, for the future, Cam Ward, sure, but here today, I doubted Cam Ward's ability to beat the Eagles, and I was correct. He actually played all right for the Giants, but Trevor Lawrence was awesome for Philly. 274 yards through the air, another 49 with 2 TDs on the ground, leading to an eventual 29-14 win for the Birds. I feel like we've had a few really surprising QB performances. Trevor was awesome in that game. The Eagles will go ahead and steal some more defensive help. Aiden Hutchinson. A lot of real estate on the line in our next matchup, Arizona-Dallas. The Cardinals going heavy on defense. Cam Hayward, Derwin James, Derek Stingley. Okay, Mark Andrews, Ted McMillan, my boy. QB-wise, CJ Stroud, 83 overall. He's playing at. That's not bad. The Cowboys on the other side. Wow, they bring in the 49er bros, Nick Bosa, Christian McCaffrey, Josh Hines Allen. Pretty good squad. Will that roster be undone though by the man they call 9? Does anyone call him that? He calls himself that. He's about to have 9 turnovers in this game for the Cowboys, and oh my gosh, there's no way. I'm being an idiot, and look at that. JJ throws a pick to Derek Stingley like 3 plays into the game. Well, you know what? Sometimes the jokes are true. Maybe I'm making fun of JJ McCarthy. Maybe I'm spitting facts. Javonte turns it into 6 immediately for the Cardinals. Dude, I desperately want to make fun of JJ McCarthy, but look where we're at. The Cowboys are up 1, another low-scoring game, but we're not quite at the 2-minute warning, and JJ gets taken down. Nelson on the sack. The Cardinals take a timeout. It's 3rd and 20, so Arizona's going to get the ball back. They're probably going to win the game unless 9 can come out. The man is, he could not have more time in the pocket right now. Are you actually kidding me? And he's going to throw the ball away. And no, he completes a pass. I'm doubting. I don't know what Nick Bosa's doing out there for the, is he even out there right now for the Cardinals? How did he not get to JJ McCarthy? He had like 20 seconds to complete that pass. Anyways, credit to him, JJ McCarthy. Can he complete one more pass here to get the first down? Or, oh, they are. The Cowboys, I thought they might play conservative. Nah, they're going for it. JJ slings it to the, oh my gosh, he gets it. It ends with a clutch masterclass. We ran the gambit of emotions there for JJ McCarthy, but he indeed leads the Cowboys to victory. All right, 208 yards and an interception. I mean, that's an ugly stat line, but he played better than CJ Stroud. Oh, I'm such a goofball. I was wondering where Nick Bosa was, why he wasn't rushing JJ McCarthy. Well, because he's on the Cowboys. Good one, Jay. Now who deserves to be made fun of, right? Okay, anyways, the Cowboys do hold on. What a win. I let the Cowboys go ahead, upgrade their defense. Derwin James is now in town. As we're back to the northeast tip of America, Jets, Patriots, let's do it. Oh, there he is, the New York Jets drafting Patrick Mahomes. They've got Minka. They've got a healthy Joe Mixon, AJ Brown. Interesting mix of players here. I'm sure Pat can pull it all together, though. Look at this QB matchup. Mahomes versus Joe Burrow. He's got John Taylor, Chris Jones, Bobby Wagner, some veterans. That's a really good team, New England. Obviously, having an elite QB makes my eyes perk up at any of these rosters. Both teams, though, with a great QB, Patrick Mahomes to Evan Ingram. I can't believe the Patriots roster around Joe Burrow, though. I mean, maybe it's just the top-end talent that's flashy catching my eye, but I like what they put together. A defensive stop for the Jets. Oh, and I didn't even realize Mahomes has Rashee Rice with him as they score. Mahomes to Mixon. Uh-oh. New England, you better step it up. Dude, seriously, this is our first massive blowout of the video. Joe Burrow and the Patriots, I thought that was the best roster I've seen. I maybe just don't know ball. I'm not sure what to say. Absolute masterclass from Patrick Mahomes. 313 and 5 TDs. Joe Burrow not able to get it going. That is shocking. I guess he's a Bengals playbook merchant, ladies and gentlemen. Mike Vrabel not able to work his magic with that Patriots roster, even with Joe Burrow under center. Crazy. I figured we'd bring bring some more of that Chiefs voodoo to the Big Apple. Chris Jones joins Mahomes and company. As speaking of the Chiefs, they are our next team up, taking on the Broncos. Obviously no Patrick Mahomes, but the Chiefs in this timeline draft Fred Warner, Amon-Ra St. Brown. That's not a bad team. I'm looking for their QB. It's either Michael Penix or Geno Smith. Pick your poison. Ooh, and there's another elite QB, Lamar Jackson and Jahmyr Gibbs. What a dynamic backfield. I don't even care who else is on this team. The Broncos got it. Hey everybody, welcome to MLB The Show Imperialism. We've got the Kansas City Royals currently up 9-5 against the Colorado Rockies. Yeah, it's been a pretty good game so far. Jahmyr Gibbs, there we go. A touchdown. What is 9-5? Like, are we serious right now? Thankfully, that Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown run finally broke this game open. I mean, a little bit. 22-16, still not a high-flying game. The Chiefs are eliminated, but don't worry, Kansas City fans. Mahomes, Rice, and Chris Jones, they're still thriving with the Jets. Let's add another all-pro skill position player to this Broncos offense and see what happens. Let's also head up north to see the Minnesota Vikings challenging my Seattle Seahawks. The Vikings drafted Lane Johnson, George Kittle, Will Anderson Jr. I like the bones of that team for sure. AJ Terrell. Speaking of bones, his are pretty brittle. Aaron Rodgers under center. Meanwhile, for my Seahawks, I see Micah Parsons, Drake London, T. Higgins. What a combination. Daniel Jones. All right, Dimes, let's see it, bro. Playing back in the Pacific Northwest, Bucky Irving had a great day for the Seahawks, totaling 96 yards and a TD. Danny Dimes also had a rushing TD to go along with a couple through the air, as the Seahawks defense made enough timely plays to allow Seattle to hold on for a tight 2-point win. That game definitely got way too close for comfort, but the Seahawks do manage to hold on, and they'll send George Kittle off to the Seahawks, their new best player on the roster. That's not too shabby. As we're going to see our second Florida team in action, the Dolphins taking on New Orleans. The Dolphins went ahead, drafted James Cook, Justin Herbert, Marlon Humphrey, Trey Hendrickson. I like that quartet of 90+ overall players. The Saints on the other side, Derek Brown, their leader, Trey Smith. Okay, JC Horn, a couple Panthers, and a former Panther, Sam Darnold. Will that be a recipe for success? It will not be. Just 3 points put up by the Saints. Yeah, Justin Herbert and the Dolphins cruise. As a Seahawks fan, I hate to say it, but when them lights get bright, Sam Darnold, let's just move on. Easy player steal for the Dolphins. Derek Brown now to anchor their defense. Almost through our first round of matchups, we've got the Bills challenging Pittsburgh. Buffalo with not a lot of top-end talent, with all due respect. Baker Mayfield, Nico Collins is a good duo. Actually, this is a very deep team. That's interesting. We see a different kind of build here in Pittsburgh. Matt Stafford, Denzel Ward, Kyle Hamilton, that secondary goes crazy. Ladd McConkey. This is a very shallow roster, though. The more I think about it, I think this Bills team is going to be pretty good. Baker Mayfield is just on the fringe of elite tier of QBs, and they've got a really deep team around him. On the flip side, the Steelers, I mean, Matt Stafford better overall in Madden, but they're deep. They weren't quite as deep. We start with 2 field goals. I definitely just repeated my analysis of the two rosters like 2 different times. We get it, Jay. The Buffalo Bills were deep. In my defense, that repetitive analysis was correct. The Bills handled business. 1 touchdown produced by Matt Stafford and the Steelers, not enough. And now we'll get to see the Bills add yet another piece to their deep and balanced roster. That's nice. That addition is going to be Kyle Hamilton, another weapon in the secondary for Buffalo. Just 2 games remain from our predetermined matchups. NFC North battle, Bears challenging Packers. The Bears going ahead and drafting Derrick Henry, the GOAT, Jackson Smith-Njigba, Brock Bowers. Yo, oh my gosh, I love this team. Drake May, they cook. I may be getting ahead of myself, but I think that might be my favorite team I've seen yet. TJ Watt, Jordan Love back in Green Bay. Okay, this is a similar team to the Bills we just saw. Very balanced, but do they have enough top-end talent? Oh, and we're jumping in. My Bears have a 4-point lead. Yes, I am claiming the Bears. They drafted Jackson Smith-Njigba. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Are you? As soon as I pledge my allegiance to a certain team in this video, look what happens. A dot from Jordan Love to, I'm not sure who their tight end is, but it was a big gainer. Now the handoff is to Tony Pollard. All right, 2 plays I watch, and well, that could not have been easy. Oh boy, jumping in. It's 2nd and 15. I think Drake May just got sacked by TJ Watt. I need to see some greatness, brother. It's okay, a check down to Derrick Henry. They did have all 3 timeouts, did the Bears. They just burned one. Please don't waste it by throwing these silly checkdowns over the middle of the field. Drake May on the run. Oh my gosh. That was kind of a dot. It was incomplete though, as Alec Pierce got destroyed, and it's already 4th down. I didn't even pick up on that. You know TJ's gonna be just coming at you. Oh, I see what do you? I know ball. I know ball. TJ Watt gets him. Unreal. And the Packers Packers' balanced squad makes it happen. 3 sacks for TJ Watt, including the game sealer. They had another 4. They sacked Drake May 7 times. They picked him off once. They also forced 2 fumbles. All right, Green Bay, I see you. I was just kidding, by the way. I never jumped on the Bears bandwagon. I was just joking. Yeah, they're eliminated already. And you know what? I'm going to keep my boy JSN alive in this video because he is having such an extraordinary year in real life. We got to show some love. As the final game in our predetermined first 16 matchups will be the Panthers taking on the Buccaneers. Carolina went ahead, built out their defense. Dexter Lawrence, Xavier McKinney, Kirby Joseph, Tyreek Hill with his leg in one piece. Oh man, they went all defense. Spencer Rattler's who they have to settle for at QB. The Bucs, meanwhile, Jamar Chase. Wow, they've got some good linemen on both sides of the ball. Who's throwing the ball though? To Jamar Chase, it is Caleb Williams. Okay, I mean, that could work. Well, look at that. I guess it did work. Ended up being a close game, this NFC South rivalry matchup. In the end, Spencer Rattler actually kind of outplayed Caleb Williams, but we don't need to talk about that. QB wins, yeah, they're the most important stat, right? The Panthers and their beautiful baby blue color scheme are eliminated from the map. Dexter Lawrence further solidifies maybe the best defense in this video over in Tampa Bay. As we hit the exact midway point of this video, 16 teams down, 16 remain on the map, and now I get to figure out how we can keep this fantasy draft imperialism going. Yeah, I'm gonna need to get in the lab. Just hold on. And here we go, phase 2 of the video. We are using our random team wheel. I've got the 16 remaining on it. Let's get to our first spin. It's gonna be the Cincinnati Bengals. All right, first compass spin of the video. Where will the Bengals be sent here? They're going east. Oh, of course we had to do it. A division rivalry matchup, a battle of Ohio. A reminder of the Bengals roster. It looks really good. Yeah, this top end talent, they stole Jared Goff. I gotta get reminded of each of these teams. I'll be honest, Cleveland stole Max Crosby. This is their squad with Justin Fields under center. Oh yeah, that's not great. You know what? Credit to Justin Fields. 41-35. We had a shootout. It was a late garbage time touchdown to make it look a bit closer. Jared Goff, 299-4 in his Bengals debut. Shout out again to Justin Fields, but you're done in this video, pal. I would have been interested to see that Browns roster with Jared Goff or any better QB really, but it is what it is. Max Crosby is 0-2 in this video. Maybe it'll work stealing him for the Bengals. On our next spin, the wheel would give us the Green Bay Packers. They were heading northwest. I'm going to say into Denver Bronco territory. The Packers roster, we just saw them. They stole my boy JSN. Yes, I do like this team. Very deep and balanced. The Broncos, meanwhile, oh, I love it. This is the best fantasy team. Lamar, Jahmyr Gibbs, Amon-Ra, St. Brown. Let's eat. The Broncos high-flying offense off to a good start. Lamar to Amon-Ra for an 80-yard touchdown to open the scoring. After that big touchdown, though, that Broncos offense completely stalled out. Finally, they are into the red zone with a chance to make it a 2-score lead. I don't know, man. Something about these fantasy drafted rosters, I think everyone's just very deep and balanced. There's a lot of parity. The defenses have really come to play. Lamar, though, a clean pocket for an eternity, a jump pass, he completes it. Actually, I did just see that Lamar's thrown for over 250 yards. It's just finishing these drives. Obviously, they're struggling with. Lamar's going to scramble. He's going to get brought down. Oh my, after trading field goals, Lamar and the Broncos were driving. Trayvon Diggs, a huge interception, and the Packers immediately make them pay. Jordan Love to DJ Moore for a 54-yard touchdown, a big play or two of their own. Okay, Green Bay. From that point on, they were able to grind the clock down, holding Denver's offense to only 13 points. I mean, that's big time. Jordan Love played really well, 325 and 2. Lamar put up numbers, but only finished one drive with a touchdown, and that was a costly INT. And that literally could not have been a bigger win for the Packers, who take over a huge amount of land. They do have a big target on their back now. They also have, though, Jahmyr Gibbs. Now, this was a tough call, but I didn't think we needed to replace Jordan Love with Lamar, and I mean, they didn't really need Amon-Ra. 99 Gibbs, though. That is nice. We'd keep moving along. The wheel spun. Dallas to compass sent them west to take on the Chargers. The Cowboys, that's right. Nick Bosa, Christian McCaffrey. Oh, they stole Derwin James. And they're, of course, led by JJ McCarthy. 9. Yes. Can he take another W? The Chargers we saw in the first game of this video. Yes, all them offensive linemen protecting Dak. They stole Devontae. This is a really good team. And they would show it. Another high-scoring game. We're getting them now, but unfortunately another blowout, which we don't love to see. Oh my word. JJ McCarthy just got a quarterbacking clinic. 349 29-5 for Dak. Dog, this is Michael Wilson. The Michael Wilson we've been seeing the last couple weeks. 10 for 127 and 1. 2 tutties for Devontae Adams. Bro, the Chargers. Yeah, they're legit. They go ahead and wipe the Cowboys clean off the map. Oh my word. Now they have a big target on their back. They'll go ahead and steal Nick Bosa, though, to play opposite the rookie Abdul Carter. Dude, this squad is so good. As we kept this thing rolling, the wheel would next set up a battle for South Florida. Miami taking on the Bucks. The Miami Dolphins stole Derek Brown. They've got James Cook in the backfield next to Justin Herbert. Madison Beer in attendance. It's all going well. The Bucks on the other side. Yup. This defensive line, Dexter Lawrence, Matabike. They've got Jamar Chase. I forget who their QB is. That's right. It's Caleb Williams. And it's been all defense in the second half until this drive. Justin Herbert has the Dolphins deep into Bucks territory. Will they go conservative here, play for the field goal? No, Herbert dropping back gets dropped by Edgerrin Cooper. Okay. The good news is, as Matt makes us flip sides of the field, they aren't out of field goal range, so the Dolphins will go up 3, but with a good chunk of time left, Caleb, it's time to be great, my guy. 1 minute, 8 seconds remaining. The problem is no timeouts, but Caleb, you've got Jamar Chase over there. You've got DeAndre Swift, a dynamic pass catcher out of the backfield. Jamar for a first. Anyway, 2nd and 10, Caleb dropping back. Pass protection is there. It's holding up. Caleb thought about scrambling, slings one over to Harold Fannin Jr., who somehow evades all the tacklers. Okay, flash forward, 2 straight incompletions for Caleb. They are on the fringe of field goal territory. It's not a done deal yet. They're going to drop back once again. Swift staying in pass protection. Caleb's going to take off. Indecision. Okay. Mike McDaniel took a timeout to try and ice the kicker. 7 seconds left. It's a deep one for Evan McPherson, but he does have a leg. As we know, the kick is up. I'm not going to be able to tell if it's good. I think it is, though. Oh, wait a minute. I think he missed. He missed wide left. Unbelievable. I thought Caleb, I thought that was a good drive to get them down into... Wow, a missed kick. McPherson blew it as the Dolphins take over a bunch of territory from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Justin Herbert and the Dolphins get even more dangerous with the acquisition of Jamar Chase. 99 overall, down to just 12 teams remaining. The wheel would spin us. The Philadelphia Eagles, they were sent directly into Buffalo Bills territory. The Eagles roster featuring Justin Jefferson. They stole Aiden Hutchinson. That's right. Who's their QB? It is Trevor Lawrence, who played very well in their first game. I do remember now. The Bills, meanwhile, rocking Baker Mayfield under center. Kyle Hamilton, they stole right. This was the super deep and balanced roster that I do appreciate. This was a monster outing for J.K. Dobbins in the Bills backfield. He ran for 89 yards and a score and added 30 yards and a touchdown through the air. Baker was also lights out, 260 and 2, including a big dot to Xavier Worthy. T-Law and the Eagles would claw back in garbage time, but the Bills escaped with a 3-point win. That game ended up looking a lot closer than it was. The Bills really did dominate. There you go. As a benefit of winning, the Bills pick up arguably the best wide receiver in the game, Justin Jefferson. We'd get another fortunate wheel and compass spin, which set up a divisional matchup, which works perfectly for me. Divisional matchups work perfectly in franchise mode. George Kittle stolen by the Seahawks after their first win. Micah Parsons, Drake London. Oh my good, my Seahawks were cooking Danny Dimes. I remember now. The Rams, what a deadly duo on both sides of the ball. Pat Surtain, Puka Nacua, who they stole from the Niners. Yep, if Tua can keep slinging it out there in the McVay offense, they could cook anybody. Oh my word, my head coach Mike McDonald, what a beauty. A 14-0 lead for the Seahawks at the 2-minute warning. Tua and the Rams getting blanked. I mean, the Seahawks only have scored 14 points. That's not great, but I think this game is all but over. Tua's going to get flushed out of the pocket, just gets it off before he gets lit up. I just wanted to come in, take a peek at my Seahawks defense. I don't even know who's noteworthy on this defense. They have one X factor out there. I can't tell who that is. Tua completes a big time pass. Okay, you know what? I figured maybe we'd seen enough, and indeed the Seahawks do complete the shutout of the Rams. Daniel Jones didn't do much. 212 and 1 through the air. No touchdown passes. Of course, they got shut out. Seattle does acquire all of California as we are down to the final 10 teams remaining on our map. The Seahawks defense looks fine, so I figured why not poach Puka Nacua? Honestly, that might be overkill in terms of pass catching options, but whatever. No excuses for Daniel Jones. As we are officially into the home stretch of this video, 10 teams remaining. Let's get to it. The New York Jets. I think there might only be one team they can geographically play in this matchup, and that's exactly what I was thinking. The Buffalo Bills for their third appearance of the video. Let's do it. The New York Jets, aka the Chiefs East, Patrick Mahomes, Chris Jones, Rashee Rice is down here. The Bills were getting familiar with Justin Jefferson, their most recent addition with Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield and his talented cast of weapons did have a very productive outing, 274 and 2 through the air, but in the end, the Jets offense was too overwhelming. 443 yards plus 5 touchdowns for Patrick Mahomes. Joe Mixon had 73 yards and a score on the ground, but get this, Rashee Rice had 247 yards plus 2 touchdowns. I mean, what in the world? I definitely can't verify that, but I'm pretty sure that's the greatest individual Madden performance I've ever seen making these videos. I mean, it's clearly overkill at this point based on what we just saw, but sure, the Jets steal Justin Jefferson. As we headed back to the wheel, under 10 teams remaining, the Colts were spun, and we'll send them southwest into Miami Dolphins territory. The Colts, yes, rocking with Josh Allen, Jeff Simmons, Bijan Robinson. The Dolphins, this will be their 3rd appearance. They've stolen Jamar Chase and Derek Brown. They've got Justin Herbert. That is 6+ 90 overalls, not too shabby. And I actually just remembered, I originally forgot, Josh Allen was stolen by the Colts, originally fantasy drafted by the Titans. They had that crazy collapse earlier in the video. Oh my goodness, the Dolphins are driving, but they do stall out, settle for 3. And there's Josh leading his first touchdown drive, Bijan punching it in from 9 yards out. Josh Allen and the Colts offense, though, is basically stalled out for the remainder of the game. Crazy to see him wearing number 18, by the way. Reminds me of a certain 6'5"-ish QB that used to run the show in Indianapolis. You know what I'm saying? Josh actually has 2 picks in this game. I just saw that. He's going to complete a first down pass. It was short of a first down. Now, 4th and inches. This could be the game. They got to run this ball, right? No, they do not. Josh is going to hit his man, Dalton Kincaid. LA Chargers rookie Trey Harris. I've got him on my dynasty team. I'm waiting for him to pop off. Josh, I thought he was going to run. Instead, he hits Bijan. No. Oh, that was George Pickens along the sideline. The absolute go. He's having such a monster season. I'm trying to learn who all these weapons are for Josh Allen. Plenty of time in the pocket across the middle. It's complete. 1 timeout left for the Colts. They do not use it. They're going to give it to Bijan, who's going to get stopped up. What do you do now, Shane Steichen? Cannot risk running the ball right here unless you just trust your dynamic playmaker. They do, but they trust Josh Allen. No way they're running to Bijan now. Josh is going to step back. Bijan out of the backfield, running a route. What are you doing? This is it, ladies and gentlemen. 4th down from the 3-yard line after a couple incompletions. Josh Allen steps back. He's not going to get rushed. He is going to get rushed. He can't get away. Trey Hendrickson brings him down just shy of the goal line, and that's going to be game. I can't tell you how much I hate the scrambling mechanism within Madden 26. It looks so bad. I don't know how Josh didn't get out of that. A crazy defensive stop for Miami, and the Dolphins become our first team with 3 wins this video. Because Josh Allen is 0-2 in this video, Justin Herbert 3-0, I'm letting the Dolphins instead steal Jeff Simmons. They've got the best defensive line in this video now. Down to just 8 teams remaining, the wheel spun. The LA Chargers sent them into Texas to take on Houston. At the point in the season where this matchup takes place, the Chargers looking very good. Josh Jacobs, Dak Prescott, they just stole Nick Bosa from their most recent win. A little morale boost never hurt anybody. Myles Garrett, Saquon, CeeDee Lamb. Oh, I haven't seen the Texans in a minute. They've got Mac Jones under center. At least he's playing up at an 80 overall. Dude, there was nothing happening in this game until late in the second half. We've had a bunch of touchdowns, and now the Chargers need one. 3rd down. All right, Houston, you've got some stars on defense, including Myles Garrett, whom they stole earlier in the video. Good protection, though, from the Chargers. Oh, yeah. Now, why is he sailing passes? I'm not really sure. They do have Devontae Adams. That was their first player steal way back the first game of the video, and there's a completion. Oh, that's big. Are you serious? Is that going to go for 6? Dude, as we've seen a couple times in this video, if you score too early, it's not exactly a good thing. You just left 2 minutes on the clock for Houston. Again, I think the Chargers, poor clock management, but I mean, you hit a big play, and now on the other side, it's Mac Jones. You got to feel okay about that if you're the Chargers. Who's on the other side of the line opposite Nick Bosa? He's also a X factor out. Oh, it's Abdul Carter, the rookie, and he almost gets to Mac Jones. Doesn't matter. We've seen some crazy plays this video. Will he have one of them? He gets the throw off. No, not really. Another impressive victory in the clutch as we wind down towards the end of this video. As there goes our final Texas team. It's all LA Chargers in the southwest region of the map. Actually, a really tough call since the Chargers are so balanced, but I couldn't pass up on pairing Myles Garrett with Nick Bosa. 2 crazy player steals. Down to 7 teams remaining now. The wheel gave us the Falcons for just the second time this video, traveling northeast. That's into Miami Dolphin territory. It's been so long. Oh, that's right. Christian Gonzalez, a really good defense here. I stole them Jalen Hurts. Will that be enough offense? Because the Dolphins have been cooking, man. 3 wins. Jamar Chase, Derek Brown, Jeff Simmons. Their player steals Herbert, Cook. Yeah, that's a great squad. Oh my god. What in the world? All the momentum in the world. 3 wins under their belt for the Dolphins, and they lose. What? what? Just when I think I have things figured out in these videos, I don't know. Herbert played well. Hurts played okay. James Cook played all right. Travis Etienne played okay. What? I'm not. Colston Loveland, Isaac Tesla. That's the receiving room for Jalen Hurts. I don't know what the difference was in this game. Looks like Miami played really well. Maybe just that one interception changed the course of the game. I don't know, Miami. I unfortunately have no answer, but look at that steal of territory by the Falcons. Just massive. Great time for their second win. In addition to all that map territory, easy decision to give Jamar Chase to the Atlanta Falcons. There you go, Jalen Hurts. Down to just 6 teams remaining. The Green Bay Packers, haven't seen them in a minute, traveling to take on Cincinnati. All right. Both these teams with 2 wins under their belt. The Packers, that's right, I just gave them Jahmyr Gibbs. They added JSN to a really balanced and deep roster. Can Jordan Love lead them to victory against the Jared Goff-led Cincinnati Bengals? Not much separating these two rosters in my eyes. This game was all Bengals all the time. Jared Goff and, ironically, Matthew Golden absolutely tore up the Packers secondary. The Cincinnati playbook remains simply undefeated. An eventual 41-16 blowout win as the Bengals stay alive. Dude, 9 for 186 and 2 for Matthew Golden. The Bengals playbook, slot receivers, it's really quite dumb. We'll go ahead and steal Jahmyr Gibbs for another team. He's on his way to Cincinnati now. Down to just 5 teams remaining. The wheel would bring those Bengals right back into action, sending them to take on the New York Jets. Oh, the Chiefs East. I just remembered the Jets are the Patrick Mahomes, Chris Jones, Rashee Rice team. I let them steal Justin Jefferson last time out, but the Bengals, they have an electric offense. They are already up 7-0 in this game. We've got heavy rain pouring down. Oh, and we've got a 75-yard rushing TD for Joe Mixon. Yep. This is a crazy battle. The offense is a bit more modest, however. Jared Goff finds Noah Fant. That's only the 2nd touchdown of the game for Cincinnati. There it is. Mahomes to Rashee Rice has been unguardable in this video. They take a 4th quarter lead, and after a Bengals turnover, Joe Mixon will find Pater once again. I thought this game would either be super bonkers offensive high scoring or at least a clutch finish. It was kind of neither of those things, but it is a Jets Jets victory. 277 and 2 for Mahomes. There it is. Jared Goff finally coming back down to earth. A horrible performance. Shout out to my Jets fans watching. I have to go to the wide angle view to see all the land you just acquired. The Jets offense seems perfect, so I let them steal Max Crosby. Dude, that's a good roster. Down to the final 4 teams on our map and wheel. Guess who is right back up? The New York Jets traveling to take on the Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons have won just 2 games this video. They've stolen Jalen Hurts and Jamar Chase, who connect for the first touchdown of this pivotal game. The Jets, meanwhile, 3 wins, 3 player steals. All they need, though, is Patrick Mahomes and Rashee Rice. Unbelievable. How many touchdowns this video? Dude, they do it again. This is a high-scoring game. Rashee Rice and Patrick Mahomes, they're going to break records again. Dude, I'm trying to jump in to watch these scoring plays live, but the Falcons hit a 51-yard touchdown with time expiring in the first half. What is going on in this game? Jalen Hurts' legacy performance right now. He went over 200 yards and 3 TDs in the first half. It's 3rd and 12. I don't expect them to convert here. The Jets defense coming after him. It's a short completion. Loveland doesn't break a tackle. The Falcons would settle for a field goal on that possession. Then they'd hit another field goal, and their defense has taken over. I can't believe it. The Jets backs against the wall. 3rd and 10. If they don't complete this, they'll probably be in 4-down territory. Oh, Jefferson's going to be short. 4th and 1. I guess we can't count Mahomes out quite yet. Jefferson down the sideline. Atlanta, don't choke now. There's only been 6 points, 2 field goals here in the second half. Joe Mixon out of the backfield. The Jets looking to change that. The question is how much time will remain on the clock for the Jets after they score a touchdown on this possession. No pass rush from the Falcons. Mahomes finds Joe Mixon again on this drive, this time for a touchdown. But here we go. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. Both teams all 3 timeouts. Can the Falcons drive and kill clock here? 3rd and 2. They get a big time first down. 2nd and 10. 3rd and 5. They need it right here. Potentially the game deciding play if they convert a first down. There is still the 2-minute warning, but I think a first down ends the game. Jalen Hurts dropping back. Here comes the pass rush. Nobody is accounting for the backfield. Oh my gosh. Travis Etienne on the reception. Jalen Hurts put it on him, and they're going to kneel their way to victory. What a performance, Atlanta. Jalen Hurts simply gets the job done. 334 and 3. He outplayed Patrick Mahomes, who was pretty good, but man, Hurts, what a performance. Chris Godwin Jr., by the way, slot receivers in this game, 143, 2 touchdowns. Rashee Rice, legacy performance throughout this video, but it wasn't enough. It really is the team you least expect sometimes. The Falcons, I remember not being impressed with their roster right off the hop, but here they are. One of the final 3 teams remaining, I let them steal Max Crosby. I mean, sure, their roster's obviously good enough. And just 3 teams remain. This is our biggest wheel spin of the video. Which team will get to skate through to the Super Bowl finish of the video? Well, it's not going to be the Falcons. They are forced right back into action. We'll see which team they pull it. I think they could play either the Chargers or the Seahawks based on this wheel spin north. Obviously, there's nobody due north of the Falcons, but the only team with territory somewhat to the north of them, the Seattle Seahawks. Yep, we got to do it now. The Chargers get to skate right through, and we get to see for the first time in a long time the Seattle Seahawks, who have won just 2 games this video. They stole George Kittle, Puka Nacua, a deep and balanced roster around Daniel Jones, but I do wish they had been able to steal just one more superstar. But it is what it is. We know how good the Falcons have been. This is going to be tough for Seattle. Let's do it. And look at this. We're jumping into the Seahawks' second drive, scoreless game, but they're within the 10-yard line. Dimes has the Seahawks moving. Dude, I will never escape the allegations. If Seattle wins this game, Daniel Jones fumbles, and oh, Seattle recovered. Jared Verse got there, forced the fumble. I did think Atlanta recovered. Okay, maybe let's just play safe and get the field goal here. Another free rusher. Oh my word. Carson Schweschinger got the sack on that one, so thought we were jumping in to see the first touchdown of the game. Not so much, but Seattle does get on the board with 3. And with a direct answer, the Falcons, a nice long grinding drive. We're into the second quarter. They are just past the 10-yard line. Travis Etienne picking up a lot of yardage on this drive, but it's now 3rd and 2. Plenty of weapons for Jalen Hurts. He's got Jamar Chase out there. He's got other receivers I can't think of off the top of my head. Hurts dropping back. Here comes the pressure. Gets the throw off, and he's... Ooh, I thought he had a man. A great play in the secondary by Seattle to knock that away, and it's another field goal. Oh no, Stephon Gilmore turning back the clock for the Falcons, intercepts Daniel Jones, and that sets Atlanta up near the goal line just before half. Jalen Hurts is going to run this one in. Wait, he almost came up short. That was a bit of a weird situation. Jalen gets in. That's the point. After capitalizing on the Jones turnover in the first half, the Falcons open the second half with a touchdown drive, another rushing score for Jalen Hurts. And that was it, man. The Seahawks offense never able to get the bat off their shoulder. I knew they needed one more superstar. Atlanta was great. It was 191 yards through the air for Jalen Hurts, 244 for Jones with 1 interception. But on the ground, Travis Etienne had a great performance. Jalen Hurts, 35 yards, 2 TDs. The Seahawks got nothing from Bucky Irving. As I officially beat the allegations, I did not rig this video for the Seattle Seahawks. It's the Falcons. It's the Chargers. Let's do it. At long last, our final game of the video. The LA Chargers have won 3 games. They've stolen Myles Garrett, Nick Bosa, and Devontae Adams way back when in the first game of this video. 399 overalls. Dak Prescott playing up at a 95 at the time of this game. While on the other side, the Atlanta Falcons, who have won 4 games. Most recently, they beat the Seahawks. They stole 99, George Kittle. They've stolen Mason Crosby, Jamar Chase, and Jalen Hurts, who is playing lights out, a 96 overall. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, feels like we've got the best 2 rosters on paper left in the video. I mean, this could go either way. Let's get to it. NFL Imperialism all comes down to this. The Super Bowl, Chargers on one side, Falcons on the other, superstar talent on every side of the ball. And we've got rain in Santa Clara, California for the Super Bowl. Are you kidding? I put the Chargers in these beautiful, well, are they beautiful? I'm not really sure. Yellow jerseys. They sure catch the eye either way. And on their first drive, the Chargers are absolutely driving. They've had the ball for near 7 minutes now. They are at the 9-yard line. The handoff is to Josh Jacobs, who churns out a few. Dak Prescott doesn't have as many weapons as Jalen Hurts does. Devontae Adams, I believe, is his best receiver, but Jacobs has been running like a madman. The offensive line gets the push, and they're in for 6. The Chargers take a lead. Wow. Undeterred by surrendering that dominant opening drive, the Atlanta Falcons offense steps on the field. This is their first drive. They have also churned out a good one. The handoff is to Travis Etienne, who is going to stroll into the end zone. Oh my, we might have a shootout here in the rain. On their second possession, the Chargers would score again. Josh Jacobs, his second of the game. After Nick Bosa forced a fumble for the Chargers, Dak Prescott to Michael Wilson on a short drive. Uh-oh, Atlanta. The Falcons are in serious trouble. 2 turnovers on the game already. Here are the Chargers again to open the second half. Their first drive, he's wide open corner of the end zone. It's Michael Wilson again. Okay, he got his feet in bounds. For a second, I didn't know there. Michael Wilson playing like he is in real life, which is to say, kind of like prime Jerry Rice. I'm joking, of course. but like with Jacoby Brissett, Michael Wilson has been freaking amazing. Anyways, you got to get in the end zone right here, right now. You are burning clock. No, it's not a handoff. It's a play action fake. Hurts to the end zone. There it is. A conversion. Jamar Chase for 6. Unfortunately, despite having Nick Bosa on one side, Myles Garrett on the other, a bunch of weapons defensively, Atlanta's defense has not been up to the task. The Chargers are about to put this game away. The handoff is to Josh Jacobs. He's got a Super Bowl hat trick. The LA Chargers, ladies and gentlemen, are indeed gonna walk away as Super Bowl champs of NFL Imperialism. I reset the league. Everybody was thrown into a fantasy draft, and in the end, it was the Chargers led by Josh Jacobs, Dak Prescott, day one weapons, and a few clutch steals along the way. 251 and 2 through the air for their leader, Dak Prescott. 92 yards and 3 touchdown scores for Josh Jacobs. 7 for 100 for Devontae Adams, the veteran, first player steal of the video, and Nick Bosa forcing a fumble in a huge moment in the second half to help put the game away. All this superstar talent, whether it was drafted or stolen, worked together to power the LA Chargers to a championship victory. Today in NFL Imperialism, I loved it, man. The fantasy draft, oh, that was insane. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I had a blast recording it. Let me know other Imperialisms you might like to see, different themes, and thanks once again to Mint Mobile for sponsoring this video. More information is down below.